I love eating food. It is probably one of my favorite things to do besides stare at the ceiling and wonder what food I'm gonna eat. However, with my love of food, I know that it comes with a price. That is why I try not to eat too much fast food, but at the end of the day, I'm American. High blood pressure and high risk of diabetes is pretty much in my DNA. It's hard not to eat fast food because of the quantity of food you can get. I am not like the average person. I'm 6'4", 245 pounds. I work out 4 to 5 times a week, and that working out consists of mostly strength training exercises. All of that is just to say, I need a lot of food. It's a blessing and a curse, because it means that my body is essentially a black hole that can consume large amounts of food and not see detrimental results, but in that same token, I can eat an entire Domino's pizza and a whole box of cinnamon twists and still be hungry. Luckily though, every 10-mile radius I have at least 10 different options of different food franchises where I can pay $10 to get heavily processed and chemically altered food to fill my food tank. People in other countries don't get to experience this because they have these things called regulations and laws that prevent them from having the same low quality but high quantity food that we have here. As much as I want to care about my health, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I love food so much that I not only love eating it, I love watching it. And recently I've gotten into watching very expensive foods on YouTube. Yeah, I know, watching other people eat food, I'm essentially a cuck, but for watching rich people eat gold-plated burgers. Seeing the price of these foods make my chest hurt, and not in a eating an entire bowl of chili from Wendy's and getting heartburn kind of way. These people will pay hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars just to pay for an quote-unquote divine dining experience. And watching these videos of rich people paying all of this money for food only for the waiter to bring out a cat food bowl amount of food, it just disgusts me. In between the moments where I wasn't crying about how poor I am, I started to think to myself, why is it that the quantity of food decreases as the price of food goes up? Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that it takes more time and preparation to go into meals, but there is no reason why someone should be paying over $1,000 just to get a little thumb-sized amount of meat on their plate. Popeyes, right? The best chicken sandwich fast food chain on the market, and it's not even close. That is, depending on if you get a Popeyes chain that makes actually fresh chicken or if they make rubber chicken. Popeyes' most expensive meal on the menu is $32.99. You get not one, but 2 chicken sandwiches, 6 pieces of chicken, 2 orders of large fries, and 4 dehydration bombs. Wait, I meant biscuits. All of that food? That's feeding me for like 1, maybe 2 sittings? I'm just kidding. If I ate all of that food, I would be making chocolate rivers all in my toilet. So I went on the great search engine that is Bing.com. Yes, that's right. I use Bing for Bing rewards. Don't judge me. The most expensive meal in America, sitting at a whopping $5,000, is, let me get my French accent ready, the Fleur Burger. I know a lot of French people just cringed at that. I'm sorry. Anyways, you get a Wagyu and foie gras beef patty topped with truffle sauce and shaved black truffles served on 2 brioche truffle buns. The fries on the side, are they covered in truffle too? Because they might as well be. Also, side note, why is it that whenever I look at anything expensive, it just has truffle on it? Like, is truffle really that expensive? And is truffle even that good? Oh. I see. And last but not least, it comes with a wine that is called, you know what? I've already made you all suffer with my French accent once. I'm not gonna do it to you all again. I understand how good Wagyu beef is, and I've never had truffle, but I assume that it's good if it costs that much. But $5,000 for this White Castle-sized burger? It's things like this that really help prove my point that rich people are so rich that they literally have to just find stuff to spend money on. Meanwhile, here's me, walking in the grocery store, looking around and trying to find the cheapest carton of eggs because I am a cheap bastard. I swear, if I ever get rich in my life, and you ever see me spending money like this at a restaurant, know that it is not my idea. When I was a kid and my birthdays would roll around, I used to always want to go to this place called Old Country Buffet. The food, mediocre at best, but there was a lot of it. I could go eat a plate, get up, and go get more food. And that was all that my middle school mind cared about. I don't care what tax bracket I am in, I am always going to prefer a nice, juicy Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich than anything I could ever be served in a 5-star restaurant. And you want to know why? Because I'm American, and it's my right. The strangest thing I find about these expensive meals is that half the time, it's not even the meal itself that's hiking the price. I swear, there's a certain populace of rich people that just really love to see fire like they're cavemen or something. Or they pay for some unnecessary add-on to an already good meal, like when they melt cheese on top of the food and ruin it, or they do like some makeshift fire that is actually really easy to do because I looked it up and I thought it was really cool, but it's actually really easy to do and now I'm sad. But I swear, if I go to a restaurant because my girl or my mom is forcing me to, and I go and I see this really, really large bill when all I've eaten is like an ounce of steak, I'm gonna wonder, where is this money coming from? Did Jesus Christ himself come down from the heavens and bless this burger? Because I don't understand what kind of effort went into this one bite and swallow ass piece of meat. Or even worse, they'll just throw in some expensive wine with the meal for absolutely no reason other than they want expensive grapes on the side. Is it really worth spending thousands of dollars to pair some specialty wine with a meal when you can just drink it with a shitty can of beer like a normal person? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't understand how some century-old bottle of wine is gonna enhance a meal that much. If it was me, I would go call the waiter and I'd ask them to bring me their finest can of liquid death. Now, at the end of the day, I know that most people who go out and pay these prices for meals are either so rich that it doesn't matter to them, or they are more than willing to hike up credit card debt to impress some random person because they're desperate for attention. If it was me, I wouldn't care to show off how rich I am. I would just look at the taxes being taken from me every year and be happy about that part of the rich experience, because that's all I really need. Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of rich people don't even pay taxes, so maybe this is their way of giving back to the system that made them. Now I know what you all are thinking. You've made some good arguments, but what is the overall point that you're trying to make in this video? Well, what I'm trying to say is that Popeyes revolutionized the fast food industry with their new chicken sandwich. God, I love it so much. I really want a Popeyes chicken sandwich, but I'm on a budget and I just hate life.